The long-awaited and hugely anticipated Season 3 of Star Wars Rebels is finally here, and the first episode certainly didn't disappoint. The season got straight into some awesome storylines and some awesome character developments, which fans such as myself had been dying to see ever since the trailer dropped back in July at Star Wars Celebration. Today's video is the first of a new series on my channel, where I hope to give my thoughts and insights into each episode of Star Wars Rebels after they air, as well as providing my own predictions for the future of the series, so let me know what you think at the end. Just a little side note, I actually live in the UK, which means the Star Wars Rebels episodes are aired later in the UK than they are in America, which means that these videos and this series will come out later than lots of other American Star Wars YouTubers, if that makes sense. Without further ado, let's jump into this. I think it's good to see that Commander Sato has given Ezra more responsibility and is now able to run his own missions and operations as he matures both mentally and in physical appearance, as you can see in his bulk in arm muscle and his change in hairstyle, etc. However, I do feel as if this will only make him more arrogant and confident in his own abilities, which in turn could make him believe even more that he can defeat the Empire himself, save his friends, which could lead him down a very dark path. I also like how there's a conflict within the Ghost Crew, mainly between Ezra and Kanan at the start of the episode. I think this makes for a more interesting character dynamic and increasingly interesting character interactions between both of them. One of the main things I like to see in the first episode of Season 3 was something I'd been waiting for the first 2 seasons, but I didn't quite get around to it to the extent they did in that first episode. This is that it seems as if the rebels, especially Ezra, due to the Sith holocron, are actually killing stormtroopers when they need to, as their willingness not to kill stormtroopers and not to kill Imperials in the first 2 seasons has been highlighted in the last few seasons, and ultimately I think it's good news as they can be more creative in what they show and the storylines they develop. I thought it was interesting to see how the Empire referred to the events of the Season 2 finale. They've referred to Ahsoka as the Rebellion's Jedi leader and claims that she has been dealt with, which kind of adds more intrigue as to what happened at the end of Season 2 with Ahsoka, with no one really having a solid answer. Another minor detail that a few of you may have missed is one that I personally really enjoyed, was actually seeing Agent Kallus's humanity when meeting with Thrawn for the first time. Kallus mentions the civilian casualties outweighing the insurgent casualties in a negative manner in Thrawn's last operation, which, in my opinion, enhances the idea and the hope of Agent Kallus defecting to the Rebellion at some point in the series. It's a very shot-in-the-dark theory, but I also believe that even at this moment in time, the first episode of Season 3, Kallus is already a double agent for the Rebellion. But this is just a mad theory of mine. This is just what I believe, and if it is right, I'm going to be very, very proud of myself. They highlighted Rex as a more important member of the team in this episode, especially as I think he adds a completely new kind of fighting style, and his methods are different to any of that of the Ghost Crew, and we see when they're trying to steal the Y-Wings from the floating thingy, I don't know what it's called, Sabine and Zeb do rely on him very much to get them out of a predicament. So it's nice to see that Rex isn't taking a backseat role, he's really getting involved, and as a massive Clone Wars fan, this is so cool to see. One of the main talking points probably behind Thrawn and the Ezra-Kanan interactions is probably how savage Ezra was throughout the whole of the first episode. We saw that he really does not give a damn about all the Imperials potentially dying when he destroys the power to the station, and I think it will be interesting to see whether this disregard of Imperial lives continues to grow, or it's something that slowly dies down now that the Sith holocron is somewhat safe with Bendu. I say it's safe with Bendu, but we know at some point in the series, due to the trailer, that the Sith holocron will return. If not via the hands of Maul, then it could be via the hands of Ezra. It's only a matter of time before Maul or Ezra finds the Sith holocron, as I feel as if anyone else significant or relatively close to Ezra dies, Ezra will be once again pushed over the line and will seek to use it again to gain more power and protect his friends, which he failed to do with Kanan from Darth Maul at the end of Season 2. I found the whole Kanan and Bendu interaction really interesting to watch, with Bendu kind of sitting in the middle of the Force, in between the light and the dark. He has a very unique design and personality, which I like to see, and I believe Bendu will actually help the series going forward, as Kanan now has someone / Force-wielding moose thingy to learn from and enhance his Force skills, which is a very key part of his fighting style now he's become blind. And this, of course, can only lead to more entertaining episodes. I can't really not mention Thrawn's appearance in the episode, even if he didn't play a major role. I personally thought it was an awesome reintroduction into the canon. The way he speaks and acts as a different type of villain to the show, one we haven't really seen before other than maybe Tarkin. I liked how he let the rebels escape due to his larger plan to bring down an entire rebellion, not just individual rebellion cells, as it leaves us pondering as to what tricks he has up his sleeves and what his grand scheme is to bring down the whole of the rebellion. Overall, I thought it was a really solid first episode to the season. They wasted no time in introducing new characters such as Bendu and Thrawn, and it had a gripping and interesting storyline where we didn't know what to expect next. So yeah, bring on the rest of Season 3. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see me continue this series, then be sure to let me know by smashing that like button and giving me your thoughts on the Season 3 premiere and predictions for the rest of the season down below in the comment section. But that's all for now, so I hope you all have a very, very nice day, and may the Force be with you. Always.